Thank you for choosing the SNL podcast. I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And what we'll be talking about in this one is the upcoming episodes of SNL on March 3rd and March 9th. I think those are the dates. Let me double check. Oh, actually, March 2nd and March 9th. Sorry about that. But before I even get into that, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to the Giant Blast. The Giant Blast is one of the largest email blast distribution lists on the web today, with over 100,000 email accounts subscribed. Not only is it a large email blast newsletter for entertainment, they also do marketing and promotions for rising indie bands, singers, and rappers. So if you're looking to get your music heard by a broader audience, you should definitely check out the Giant Blast and look into that. Also, if you have a product or a service, if you have a product to sell or service to provide, you should also look into using the email blast as well. It's a great way to create awareness for your business and increase revenue. So the Giant Blast, check them out. I'm flubbing my lines worse than Jimmy Fallon right now. Okay, now these episodes that's coming up, Kevin Hart is hosting SNL on March 2nd. With musical guests Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, from the Thrift Shop. The song they have, Thrift Shop. Kevin Hart is all over the place right now, and he's especially all over my Twitter feed. Not that I'm following him, it's just that I keep seeing him trending every 5 minutes. One thing I can expect from this episode is it's going to be a good monologue. Because it'll be something that I don't expect Kevin Hart to do a singing and dance number like the rest of these people. I think it's going to be more close to Louis C.K., where he's just going to come out, tell some jokes, and then keep it moving. Because that is what he that's what he does. He's a comedian. I'm not going to give my overall opinion on Kevin Hart yet. I'm going to actually save that for the review. There's some things I want to say about him, but I'm wait. You guys got to check out the review, which I'm going to be doing after March 2nd. So keep checking back to this podcast if you want to hear that. Hear my opinion, as if I'm somebody who you should care about my opinion about. And it's not also too. It's not every year that SNL has more than one African American host in one season. Now I'm not counting racially ambiguous people like Maya Rudolph or Dwayne The Rock Johnson or Rosario Dawson. And I think Rosario Dawson is some type of Spanish anyway. And speaking of people being racially ambiguous, how come Jessica Alba hasn't been asked to host? Well, anyway, yeah. What else is going on? Since Kevin Hart is hosting, and I'm kind of surprised, even though Kevin Hart is he's a big enough name now, and he definitely has a good, huge buzz and a huge following. He could, I wonder when we're going to get to see Nick Cannon host, because I actually would like to see Nick Cannon and Keenan do some skits together on SNL, since they were on all that, together back in the day. And Keenan, and Nick Cannon has also worked with Taron Killam too, so it'd be a great, I think it'd be a great reunion. See them doing skits together on SNL, and plus, Nick Cannon, he's big enough, he's definitely big enough now, even if he is mostly known by some people as just being Mariah Carey's wife, but he definitely is. I definitely would like to have saw that, Nick Cannon. And I guess it's not too late, because if they're asking Kevin Hart, Nick Cannon, he's somebody like that, he's like right around the corner. Also too, on March 9th, Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake is hosting. Every time I see Justin Timberlake's name with the phrase hosting SNL, I start screaming like a groupie. Ah, Justin! No homo. I'm a fan of him hosting. I'm actually a fan more of him doing acting than I am of his music. And not saying that he's bad. He does great things. I especially like him when he does like the hooks on a lot of songs by rappers. But yeah, Justin Timberlake, and he's going to be in the Five Timers Club this time. This is his 5th time hosting. I think they should do something special for this episode, you know, because Justin Timberlake, he's like the gold standard of host right now. I mean, I know there's Alec Baldwin, but I mean, you know, Justin Timberlake is like the new generation of good hosts to keep coming back to hosting SNL. You know, so yeah, they should definitely do something special. Also, too, that's the 15-year anniversary of the notorious B.I.G's death. You know, and I'm not saying that will get mentioned, but you know, just a little fun fact for anybody that's listening, you know, to this podcast. Also, too, Justin Timberlake has that hot new song with Jay-Z, you know, Suit and Tie. So yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing that perform. Hopefully Jay-Z will, you know, perform this with them, or they could just get Jay Farrell to go up there and do it. You know, he you know, it sounds just like him. You know, also too. Speaking of Jay-Z, you know, they should definitely get Beyonce to host. You know, I think that would be I mean, Beyonce is definitely all over the news, and she, you know, she's definitely a big enough name. You know, she definitely, and you know, like I said, musical guests that also doubles as hosts usually do good, except for, you know, a few of the ones we had this season, like, you know, but Bruno Mars, oh my God, Bruno Mars, he really killed it. So, you know, I mean, Adam Levine and Justin Bieber, they didn't really kill the streak, but I mean, Justin Timberlake will remind us that you know that it's possible to you know, be a jack of all trades, a Justin of all trades. Where am I going with this? Anyway, yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say. You know, Kevin Hart hosting March 2nd, and Justin Timberlake hosting March 9th. And definitely check that out. I'll be reviewing both episodes. And keep checking back to this podcast to hear what I have to say. And again, I want to give another shout out to the Giant Blast. If you have something you want to advertise, definitely hook up with the Giant Blast and reach more people. All right? That's all I like to say. I'm some guy named Jay. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.